Every year, SPCA Florida's foster caregiver program provides temporary homes to more than 800 animals. Now, if you'd like to make a difference in the community and save a pet's life in the process, we have a program for you. All the details are coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey, and my partner Divot. We'll learn more about Divot here in a little bit. Nice. If dogs are in the studio, that means our friends from SPCA Florida are in the house, and joining us in studio is Deanna Musso. Deanna is a program manager for the foster program. How you doing, Deanna?
Good. How are you doing?
And then also joining us is Joanne Cannon. She is a foster mom. And Joanne, you've got, what do you got over there?
Going to sleep.
Going to sleep.
Sheldon.
Nice. So we got foster pets Divot and Sheldon. Currently enrolled in the program. So let's talk a little bit about the program.
Sure.
Deanna, what exactly is the foster program?
So the foster program helps the SPCA bring animals into the shelter that we normally would not be able to house. It helps us bring animals in from other shelters that are in need of temporary homes. So if it wasn't for our foster program, we wouldn't be able to save as many lives as we do at the moment.
When we talk about SPCA Florida, we talk about the mission, and part of that is saving as many animals as what you can. And of course, Divot here has got an interesting story. Talk a little bit about how Divot came to SPCA Florida.
So I had a phone call come to me from someone that works at the SPCA, and they said, Deanna, we have a Chihuahua from Animal Services in Polk County that had a concussion and a fractured skull, and he needed a foster home. So I said, Chihuahua, sure, we got this. I'll do it. So he came to us, a special needs boy that wouldn't have been able to make it out of the shelter if it wasn't for our foster program at the SPCA. So we had brought him into the SPCA part of our foster program. We got him vet checked. We got him any medications he need. We brought him to a home to get some TLC, and here he is now. Well.
Yeah, I've got to say, I think he's lacking TLC. I'm not sure, but he just doesn't know love, does he?
I don't think he. I mean, this is the first time. I mean, look at him.
And you're watching this at home, and I should just end the interview right now. We should point the camera right here, and this is the reason that you need to join the foster program.
That's right.
Right, Divot? Yeah, you're pretty good at this. So when it comes to foster programs, what does it take to be a foster family?
To be a foster family, you just have to provide a home. You have to pay attention to their well-being, monitor their health, their appetite, see if their appetite is decreased or increased. You just have to keep an eye on them. The SPCA provides you with everything that you need. We won't ask you for any monetary donation. We just ask for your love for the animal and a home. Just house them for a little bit.
Now, Joanne, you've got a story. I asked you your title in the pre-interview, and it was the coolest job title ever: foster mom.
I'm a foster mom.
How did you get involved with SPCA?
Well, actually, 20 years ago, my husband and I did, and we did the foster program for puppies. We had 85 puppies in 2 years. But I'm a lot older now.
In 2 years?
Yes, well, big litters. You have lots of litters and lots of puppies. And we fostered, I don't know how many different litters, but we had 85 total. And then we moved away and we couldn't do it anymore. And now that I'm a widow, my children wanted me to volunteer more to keep busy. And I do a lot of volunteering around the city, but this is my favorite one. And this is the easiest one. This is my favorite and the least work of all my volunteering I do.
Now, Joanne, you've been involved in this for some time to inspire those to give back of themselves and to the community, and really nothing better than, honestly, animals. You have the time on your hands. If you could inspire those at home to get involved in this program, what would you say?
Every senior citizen in the world, I hope, will listen to me, because we need this in our life. We need a little responsibility, but very little. In this way, we have no medical bills, no responsibilities. I have to call her if there's a problem. She takes care of the problem, okay? I just get to love these things. And I have 3 more, just like Sheldon at home. And when they get ready to leave, I will cry, and they will hand me another bunch of babies. Because it's never ending. We always need more foster moms.
You went through, in 2 years, 85
Yeah.
dogs, and you said even now you still cry when they leave.
Oh my God, yes, I do.
I mean,
She'll ask me, do you want to say goodbye? No, I don't want to say goodbye. But then if it's not the same day, she'll call me, Joanne, like she called me, we got 4-day-old pup kittens. And that was 5 weeks ago. So I went and got these. And these are going to be leaving me next week or so, I know that.
Yeah.
But they're going to go to Happy Forever homes, and my kittens never grow up.
That's the best.
And I have people at my house all the time playing with them.
I think the amazing thing about it that I see that you give, it's the love that you give is incredible, but the love that you get back.
Ah, yes.
Talk to me about that. That's
Okay, don't tell them, but I should be paying them for this. Honestly, truth, I should be paying them for the fun that I have. I mean, I usually have mine out in my Florida room. The door's open. They can come in anytime they want. And it's like watching an aquarium, except you got 4 kittens. And I think I watch them more than the TV set and laugh more. And you can never have enough laughter in your life. Even if it's 5 o'clock in the morning and they're going to me, you know.
Are you up? Are you up?
I'm up now, honey. I'm up now, right? And if you got grandchildren, you're going to be the coolest grandmother in the world if you have all these kittens around. And that doesn't help. Hurt.
Now, Deanna, Joanne spoke to the fact that really there's, from a foster family standpoint, there's no cost involved. Talk to me a little bit about that process and how that's funded.
So we have Connie as our safety net manager, and you know Connie.
Oh yeah, Connie's been in many tapings with us.
Yes, so that's where the funding for their foster program comes from our safety net program. And we do everything in the shelter. Before they leave to our foster families, we give the animals their vaccines. We'll make sure that they have a clean bill of health before they go out to our foster home. And I also have an emergency foster phone line that they can call me on. So if something's going on, they can reach out to me.
It's like the bat phone, right?
It is. It's kind of like the bat phone. I feel like a superwoman when I have that on me.
I learned to text.
You learned to text because nice.
So there's always some direct line between, you know, my fosters and myself. So if something's going on and the animal needs some medical care, we can fix it and we can bring them to wherever they need to go. You know, and we always take care of our medical side. So, and they can even text me. Joanne had learned to text. Her wonderful children taught her how to, and she's a pro. She uses emojis. She's great. So, yeah. So there's always some direct line to that.
I want you to talk about the advantages of being a foster family. I mean, I think everybody could use a pet in their life, but sometimes, you know, your schedule doesn't allow it. You know, a lot of people travel a lot, but for that time that you're home, talk about that time that you can fill as being a foster family and the advantages of that.
So I feel like the advantages are you don't have to worry about, you know, extra income. Like some families are like on the fence of, I don't know if we can have a puppy right now or a kitten right now. And I don't even just want to focus on kittens and puppies. We do it for our medical animals as well as our, you know, our animals that need socialization. But there's families that don't know if they can afford to do this or have time. Being a foster parent helps a shelter animal as well as, you know, yourself learning, maybe I can't do this, or you know what, this is great, we can fit this in our schedule, we can do it, it's wonderful. And in the long run, it winds up helping an animal out, you're not doing anything wrong. You're helping.
Exactly.
And
Look at that.
Hey, I'm trying to do a job here. Really? Look at that. Really?
another advantage of
Yeah.
being a foster parent.
And
Snuggles.
for seniors, it's great company. If you think you're past the point of having a new pet, having a foster will work great.
And this is an incredible, what do they call that, exfoliation? I think you
Yeah.
found the mic.
Yes.
Right. He's
Yes.
doing his job.
Exactly. Now, say a family, say a young family wants to instill a little bit of responsibility into children. How could this program lead into getting a permanent pet?
We actually have families that do that. I'm totally open for families that are wanting to see if their child can take on the responsibility as well as going to school and taking care of an animal. I have families that will take a puppy or a kitten home, and the parents are supervising the whole entire time, the whole entire process, but the majority of the work is done by the child. And at the end of it, I have either, sure, my kid was doing everything they were supposed to do, or I have, maybe this isn't for me. So I think that's also a great part of our foster program, is just to help out the community. And I love it. I love seeing the kids coming in with their animal. We actually have a 17-year-old that had kittens that she was fostering, and the mom was so proud of her, taking on full responsibility. She wasn't doing too great in school, and as soon as she got the foster kittens, it kind of something changed in her. She knew that she had to take care of these kittens, and then it just changed, and her grades went up in school, and the mom was just ecstatic and so thankful for this program that we had to help her child.
The bottom line, it's a life that they're taking care of.
Exactly.
One thing I want to ask, I think the folks at home don't realize, there are varying degrees of animals that you have. Some that are abandoned, some, like you say, that are picked up from other shelters, and then like Divot here. Divot was abused, and talk about the love that you can give back to an animal, and bringing it back from an abused place to this right here. This is the last thing I would expect an abused dog to be so loving,
Yeah.
and he's just full of it.
It's from actually my personal experience with Divot. I've never had an animal that was abused and I brought into my home, and a foster animal that I had that I helped build the confidence and turn them into what Divot is today. And it just makes me feel so good to see him with a stranger that he's never met before, and just loving on them and so content.
Stranger
And it
he's
makes
never met before. Him and I are brothers from another mother.
Well, you guys are bros. But it just makes you feel so good seeing
That's it,
the
the
steps
feeling.
of them growing, and you seeing that you helped this animal that maybe didn't have a chance, and you see him today and he's just a ball of joy and he's loving life.
We got just a little bit of time left, Joanne. From a volunteer standpoint, if you could influence those at home to get involved, how would you do it?
I can't tell them how much fun it's going to be for you, or to see these babies running across your house, knowing that if you didn't have them, they'd be in a cage, not getting the muscle tone, not getting the love, not just the love, but just getting them exercise. My house is a jungle gym. They got the best muscles of any kitten in the world. My kittens do, because they're all over the place. But just having them socialize, where they love people, where they like people, they're not scared of people. I don't know. I get so much more than I give them. Believe me.
And Deanna, you have the last word. So, from the program standpoint, tell us what you need from us.
Well, having the last word isn't new to me.
Yeah.
So what I really need is families that are willing to open up their homes to love these animals. Our foster program is in need of donations, as well as our shelter. Our foster program really needs litter. We really like to have pate for our kittens.
Yes. They love pate.
The main thing is we need more families to open up their homes so we can save more animals, because we're kind of at a standpoint right now where we can only help so much, and I know that there's people out here in Polk County and you know, that can help us. So I just hope that they just reach out to me and learn about our foster program and are willing to help us out and help them out mostly.
Exactly. Deanna, Joanna, thank you very much for coming
Thank
on
you.
today and sharing everything.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yes.
And honestly, we could have just left the camera on the dog the whole time.
Right, I know.
And you at home would have just done this. But becoming a foster caregiver is an amazing experience where you can take part in saving the lives of animals. SPCA Florida provides everything you need if you're an animal lover looking to make a difference in the life of a deserving animal that needs you. Get started and become a foster caregiver today. You can call the SPCA at 863-577-4638 or look them up on the web at www.spcaflorida.org.